Alright, so I am currently shiny hunting on an account where I just restarted, and I feel like uh, why not discuss my thoughts on the game? I have access to. Crap, I don't have access to fast traveling to the zone yet. So I have to run through the zone. But yeah, be uh yeah, I'll be discussing my thoughts on the game. So, let's start off with the gameplay. Now, when I was playing this on stream, I was playing it on my regular Switch. So I have the Switch 1 version of the game, but I am currently playing it on the Switch 2 right now. But yeah, I think the gameplay is really good. Like, it's a mix of the Legends game. It's a mix of Legends Arceus with the core Pokemon games. Like, this game is more battle focused than it is about catching Pokemon. But I like that. Sure, 1,000 battles to get. Well, you have to complete 1,000 battles in order to get the shiny charm. So, it's a little irritating sometimes. Like, I'm not sure if it's just my Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons not wanting to cooperate, or it's the fact that the game does not have the cleanest way to lock onto Pokemon. Like, sometimes in the ZA Royale, I struggle to lock onto Pokemon. Like, even though I was clicking the button. But the new battle system, I honestly love it. I just wish that in the ZA Royale, like, if the person you're going after, like, spots you, but they're in your line of sight, I don't feel like that should be caught off guard, or getting caught off guard. Mainly because I see them, I was sneaking up on them already, but they just happened to catch me before I can take out their Pokemon. Like, I would love to see this battle style come back in future games. Level 4 Phenom. But yeah, I hope they take the chance to work on, like, improving the battle style. Because the locking on method doesn't work 100% of the time. And speaking of locking on, this has to do with the Legends Arceus way of throwing a Pokeball at a Pokemon. Like, if you can lock onto a Pokemon, and you're, you're a little bit further away, you should be able to hit it with the Pokeball. Like, for example, I'm this far away from a Scatterbug. If it hits the Pokemon, it should be able to catch it. Okay, yes, I am successfully re-rolling the area. Alright, let's see. I feel like that's all I really need to say about the gameplay. Like, it's a nice change of pace from the usual battle style that we've been used to for the past 29 years. Granted, I'm 24, so I haven't been playing Pokemon for 29 years. But I like that they took a risk to try something different. Especially since this is the first Pokemon game in 3 years. Like, the first, legit Pokemon. Like, I know that they've released a couple side games, like, Pokemon Sleep, or something else like that. But that doesn't count. This is like a core mechanic Pokemon game. Alright, graphics are not my... And they're not the end-all be-all of my thoughts about a game. Like, for example, like, a lot of people are complaining about the windows. Like, I don't have an issue with them. Like, sure, they could look better. I'm sure Pokemon has the budget for that. Like, they could have implemented, like, actual windows. With, like, small balconies. But it's not that important because we're not going up there. And who knows, maybe they attempted to add balconies to some of these. And they tested it out and they ended up getting soft-locked or something. Like, I don't know what went on with the testing of the game. Like, people were complaining about the Scarlet... I know, it was the Sword and Shield trees. Like, okay, I don't play a Pokemon game for the buildings or the trees. I play it for the story, the exploration, and the Pokemon. Which, uh, that does bring me to my next point, like, the Pokemon. I think it's a great Pokedex for this small-ish setting of the game. Like, it seems mostly balanced. Like, you get a good amount of ghost types, a good amount of dragon types. Like, yeah, some of the types are prioritized more than others. But that's normal for a Pokemon game. The Mega Evolutions, for the most part, I don't hate any of the new ones. However, I will go more in depth on that when the DLC drops. Because I want to play through that, witness all of the new Mega Evolutions for myself there, then I'll kind of rank every single Mega Evolution to ever exist. But if you haven't seen my original playthrough of the game, I used Feraligatr, Hawlucha, Froslass, Victreebel. I swapped between Camerupt and Houndoom. And hold on, Feraligatr. Houndoom was my main fire type. Froslass, Victreebel, Hawlucha. And why can't I remember? Am I going far enough? Oh yeah, I am. I know it was another Pokemon that had a Mega Evolution. But anyway, like, with this new battle style, it honestly makes, like, quite a few Pokemon viable. Like, you could take some of your favorite Pokemon and actually beat the game with them. You don't need an overpowered team. Sure, you should use a Mega Evolution or two. But your favorites aren't being completely outclassed. Like, not from personal experience. Oh yeah, Gardevoir. That was the other one I used. Man, speaking of Gardevoir... can I get it on this account? You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. Because this is just going to be like, my main Switch 2 account. And besides, I'll be trying out a different team in my own time. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, the way they implemented the Mega Shards was really fun. Like, you just send out a Pokemon, have it attack them, then you can grind them up. And even after you get all of the Mega Stones at Quizartico Inc., you still have a purpose for those Mega Shards. Or those Mega Crystals, or whatever you want to call them. But you can get held items, you can get rare candies, or experience candies. So yeah, if you're still playing the game, like in the post game, keep collecting those Mega Shards. Okay, there's also the Rotoglide and the oh yeah, the Rotoglide is the main feature of the Rotom phone. Like, travel stuff. I mean, yeah, it has the Sword and Shield. Oh my goodness, the Scarlet and Violet, like, catching mechanic where if you fall off of a building, you're going to be fine. Which, I'm kind of glad that they don't have fall damage in this game. Alright, Mega... Oh yeah, Rogue Mega Evolution. I like those battles. Some people call them repetitive. I mean, yeah, they are kind of repetitive. But each Pokemon has a unique way of trying to spice things up and get you when you're not expecting it. Okay, by the time this video goes up, the game would be out for 2 months, so... Mega Barbaracle. That caused me, like, the most issues out of any battle. Mainly because I was going into the battle expecting it to be Water Rock type. So I was thinking, Mega Victreebel, that's going to be the main one I use. Now it was rock fighting. And when I was least expecting it, it just kept punching me in the back of the skull. So it was absolutely a challenge. Alright, then... Oh yeah, let's talk about Wild Zone. I like the wild zones. However, I do feel like some of these wild zones should feel a bit more wild. Like, not the amount of Pokemon. That's not an issue. Because in Wild Zone, like, 6, I don't want, like, 15 Houndoom to chase me down. We already get enough pain and suffering from Wild Zone 17. But I kind of wish this wasn't... Well, okay, I guess this zone is fine, because it's meant to be the tutorial zone. But I kind of wish, like, once it hits the post-game, they kind of change it up a little bit. So it's not too, like, simple. Like, yeah, keep these lower level Pokemon, because it's supposed to be the easiest zone. But just, I don't know, make the grass taller, or... give us more alphas, or something. Like, I was watching a video earlier where someone was talking about, like, ways you could make some of the wild zones better. Like, they said for Wild Zone 8, you could have, like, a Pokemon constantly whipping up a sandstorm so you can hardly see any of the buildings outside the Wild Zone, or a blizzard going on in Wild Zone 12, which, honestly, that's a great idea. Oh yeah, back to the any Pokemon being viable. I forgot if I mentioned this. Like, I was watching PM7 play through this game. He used a shiny Watchog. Which, honestly, I am not the biggest Watchog fan. I think it's alright. However, he actually made it so it was actually the MVP of his team. I should also talk about the music. I love it. I just wish that there were more tracks for, like, during the day. Because you listen to the same song for 16 minutes, and then it switches to the night side song, where it plays for 8 minutes. So, yeah, the wild zone, yeah, just the music going around the town or city, it tends to get a little repetitive. But I absolutely love the battle music. Like, when you're going up against the main story trainers. My favorite one is Jacint's theme. Like, it is so amazing. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about her music. The characters and the story, I I love the story. It You're going through the ranks trying to become the strongest Mega Evolution user, and like, it's not serious 100% of the time. And I love that. Like, I love the writing that they did in this game. Like, as I was trying to get to this part of the game, I remembered the line, "Put them knuckles out." Like, who talks like that? It's so funny. But yeah, this is absolutely a more mature Pokemon game for, like, mainly just the dialogue. Because there's more insults in this game than there are in any other games. And I find that funny. Plus the whole purposely mispronouncing Canary's name just to annoy Naveen. Absolutely brilliant. I just wish that Game Freak put some budget into this game for voice acting. Like, this would have been the perfect game to put voice acting in. Now, I highly doubt that we're going to be getting voice acting at any point in Pokemon's history. But it would be great to have. Like, yeah, I do like reading the dialogue during my first playthrough. But voice acting would just make the game feel more special. Like, I know I'm not the only one who agrees about wanting voice acting in a Pokemon game. Can I go to the Pokemon Center? Okay, yes I can. Oh yeah, the ball collector. Absolutely a great addition to the game. However, like, this is just a skill issue on my part. But I don't like it when he says, like, how many Pokeballs I've lost. Because Like, there are some points where I'll just go on, like, a catching spree and I'll miss, like, 40 Pokeballs. Like, dude, keep it down. I don't want to know how many Pokeballs I've lost. I should go check the roof. Oh yeah, characters. Uh, there are so many good characters in this game. And that goes hand in hand with dialogue. So, I know this is just like a basic answer, but I don't really have a favorite character because so many of them are amazing. Like, there are bits and pieces of, like, specific characters that I absolutely love, while others I just get a little irritated with them. Like, for example, when you're given the opportunity to say no to Corbeau, Lita just says, like, hold on, he's just joking there. Like, dude, I'm not afraid of him. Let him bring his crew to Hotel Z and I'll fight them all. And there's like two characters where I don't love them, but I don't hate them. And those being Canary and Jacinthe. Like, when it comes to Canary, her crash outs are hilarious. But when it comes to, like, how her... Okay, well, I guess we can just lump in Tarragon with, Canary. Because he kind of enables her. Because after you beat her the first time, like, she'll act like a sore loser and a spoiled brat. And Tarragon just says, I'll tell you what, to make it up to you, I'll buy you anything you want. Like, no, that's not how this works. She needs to learn how to take a loss gracefully. Or get good. But thankfully, by, like, the third battle, she kind of mellows out. if I remember correctly, she doesn't have a crash out during Jacinth's tournament. But yeah, now on to Jacinth. Now, I am in the field of people who don't trust billionaires. Or, like, really rich people. So, I wasn't really a fan of her since the start. Mainly on my own distrust of rich people. But anyway, when it comes to Jacinth, she is over the top. Like, I don't like how she just keeps interrupting us when we... Well, when, Pawnee or Urbane, when you're playing as the female character, like, when they shoot down her tournament after Rogue Mega Evolutions pop up again, she just virtually stalks us and puts us in a force field called the Jacinth Zone, and we can't even... Yeah, we can't even get out of there without fighting 3 people. Lebane... I don't know why she still puts up with Jacinth. Because when no one else is around, she is honestly a great character. Like, yeah, she's dressed up like a maid, which my great friend over on Twitch, she pointed out that, like, Japan has a history of, like, misogynistic roles. Where some women are kind of forced into having to do, like, maid cafes and stuff like that. Because they don't have the most job opportunities. Or at least that's what I... yeah, I might have some of my details wrong. But I sure hope I said that correct, for the most part. Well, yeah, she clearly has the drive to break away from Jacinth, but she just keeps doing what she says. Okay, let's see. Ivor is hilarious. Like, when it comes to character design, I have to say that either Corbeau or Wynn has the best design. Like, it's great to see Emma back in this game. Like, I like the little detective storyline that we have going on with her. However, I don't like Emma as much as some people on the internet do. Like, yeah, I think Emma's an adult in this game. I'm gonna look that up. Because this game takes place 5 years after the original games. Okay, yeah, she is 21 in this game. At least people are understanding that well, okay, I really should say it like, at least people know she is not a minor, and she is technically fair game to kind of find attractive. Like, I'm not a fan of video game characters in that sense. Like, I'm not one to say, like, oh, this character is hot or anything like that. The most I'll say is, like, hey, Wynn has a great design, especially with that Chandelure hat. It really suits her character. Okay, okay, who else haven't I talked about for characters? Oh yeah, well, there's Mabel. She has her moments where she's a little bonkers, but I don't have an issue with her. Besides the fact she tried to end the world 5 years before this game. Oh yeah, AZ, great character. And honestly, the ending hit me hard. Like, I know the game came out, like, 2 months as this video is going up. But I'm not going to discuss the ending or any of the post-game stuff. And honestly, this next part is mostly on me. But I don't know how I didn't recognize Lysander, like, right away. Like, it took me the second encounter with him to realize who it was. Maybe I was more focused on the dialogue and my Twitch chat. So... yeah, maybe that's... maybe that's the whole reason I didn't really put two and two together right away. Okay, now those Pidgeys are good. Anyway... now, I don't know if there's any dialogue difference between Tawny and Urbane. So, as far as I'm aware, there isn't. So, I'll just be referring to the the main rival slash friend as Tawny. Because that's how I played the game. Tawny is a great character. I understand her motivations. But realistically, I feel like she's the reason the tower did not get set. Okay, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about any of the end game stuff. But... yeah, okay, I feel like that is the only endgame thing I'll talk about. But yeah... if you beat her, she insists on doing it anyway. Even though you've proven that you're the strongest Mega Evolution user. And if you lose to her, it's the same outcome. So, I don't know how the story would have been different if, like, if us winning or losing the battle had any difference to the story. Like, I feel like it should have. So, that was a bit of a missed opportunity as well. Jet and Vinny, kind of wish we had more interactions with them, like, during the main game without just the talk of, like, rogue Mega Evolutions being in the area. Naveen is a funny character. Like, he's like this shy guy, and, he's really obsessed with Canary. How obsessed, you ask? Well, I would say, like, a tier 3 sub obsessed. Like, not that I'm saying tier 3 subs are all obsessive. It's just that I don't know if YouTube allows us to say the 4-letter S word that ends with P. Oh. Led me back to the entrance. Maybe the game got tired of me just running out a little bit, running back. Like, you just come back to the entrance. Oh, okay. Maybe I might have hit something that caused me to go back. Okay, let's... we've talked about Neri and Tarragon, Ivor and Gwyn, the main characters. Oh yeah, Felipe, he's the next one. Honestly, I don't have much to say about him. But if he was the boss before he gave up the position to Corbeau, like, how did he lose a battle when he had the clear type advantage? So, yeah, I'm a little confused on Felipe. Yeah, I think that might be all of the... Oh yeah, Grisham and Grizel. Grisham, I'm a fan of him. Because he's actively trying to get... Like, he's trying to get away from his past as a Team Flare member. And Grizel... She's feisty. Like, she is absolutely a hothead. Who absolutely still has some of her Team Flare ways kind of like entrapped into her mind. Can I lock on to it? Come on. No, fine. Alright, this is, like, I'm filming this the day after I filmed the rest of the video, because I realized I forgot to talk about another thing. The shiny rates. Like, when it comes to shinies, they're the standard 1 in 4,096. However, the thing I love about shiny Pokemon in this game, they don't despawn. Guess I didn't evolve you yet. But yeah, kind of fitting that we're going to go... Well, I mean, it's not really fitting, since I was planning on including the Pidgey anyway. Which is... like, right over here. So, if that was a shiny Pidgey that I saw, it should still be there. I'll just go this way. But anyway, besides the fact that shinies don't despawn, you can have up to 10 of them, and potentially an 11th if you like decide to catch one of them like right away. Like, for example, if the first shiny I saw was that Pidgey, and I eventually found like 9 more after that, then I encounter an 11th one that I haven't caught. All my shinies should be there as long as I catch that last one. Is that Pidgey? Ha! I had a feeling it was shiny. But yeah, as long as you are consistent, finding shiny should be very easy. And that's what I love. Well, that's another thing I love about this game. Like, if you want shinies, you can easily get them. And you just have to, like, make sure you're consistent. So, like, you don't even need the shiny charm. Oh. I'll take that. In fact, catching shinies is simple as long as you save, and if it breaks out, it gives you a little window of time, like where if you knock it out, then it decides that it wants to break out. You can quickly back out and retry it. Like, when I was looking for just a shiny, I don't remember how far into the video I found this, just sitting on that lamppost, but it was really quick. Like, I had just about 2 hours in this game when I was... when I was, like, done filming. But yeah, there are so many other methods that you can do. And I know people are saying that shinies are really easy to get in this game. I don't see that as a bad thing. Like, with how fast I saw this shiny Pidgey, and with how fast I got my shiny Magikarp on my first profile, it really motivates me to actually try a shiny-only run. However, I'd have to start shiny hunting. Well, I mean, I would still do the shiny hunting method in the first area, like before the battle against Trainer Zack. But my point is, shiny hunting is actually easy in this game. Like, does it make shinies less special? Yes and no. I mean, yeah, you could get, like, a tree full of shiny Kakunas. But I like how you don't have to waste, like, several hours or several days to get the shiny you want. I know not everyone's going to agree with me on that, but this game actually excites me when it comes to shinies. And also, shiny Slowpoke in this game looks so much better than it usually does. And I don't remember if I had anything else to say about shinies. I mean, yeah, the shiny radius, like... Like, sometimes it's a little confusing. Because, well... They made it nearly impossible to fail a shiny. I say nearly impossible because I've seen people do it. As long as you don't try to catch a Pokemon immediately after you fail a shiny, it should still be there. All you have to do is back out of the game, and go into it. Alright, and let's get you back to past Sammy. Yeah, I think that's all of, like, the main characters. I do wish there were more recurring characters from X and Y. Like, for sure, Bonnie, Clement, and Professor Sycamore. Heck, maybe even Looker. In fact, Diantha has been mentioned less in this game than Leon. And Leon's not even in the original X and Y. He's a Sword and Shield character. Okay, but I'm not sure if there was anything else I wanted to discuss. Let's see, there was gameplay, battle mechanics, graphic stories, characters, Pokemon, Megas I'll save for another video. Mainly because I want to see the DLC Megas before I decide to rank all of them. The Rogue Mega Evolution battles. But yeah, I had a blast playing this game. And I know that, like in a previous video, when I was talking about Mario Kart World, it's understandable to not like a game, but in this case, I feel like the hate is, like, a little overboard. Like, I get it. Some people want, like, better graphics, especially on the buildings. But, like I said, that's not a main priority for me. Would it have been nice? Sure. But I don't play these games to look at buildings all day. I'm here for these little guys. Pokemon. So, like, if you're going to hate on the game just because of how the buildings look, give the game a chance. Like, play the game yourself if you have the money for it, or watch someone else play the game. Like, I'm playing the game, I've been watching some people play the game. I absolutely enjoy the story. I enjoy, like, the environment for the most part. Is it a perfect game? No. No game is perfect. Heck, even one of my favorite games of all time, being Farewell North, that's not a perfect game. Like, I base games on how easy they are to learn, what the story's like, how free is the exploration, and, like, if it gives me emotion. Like, I would say this game hits all of those check marks. It's a fun game. The battle system was extremely easy to learn for me. There's... Yeah, once you're out of the tutorial, you can go anywhere you want, except, like, wild zones that they haven't added in yet. But if you explore the areas before they add in the wild zones, you can get some of the most hilarious and, like, meaningful NPCs. Like, hilarious as in, like, someone just wanting to sniff Pokemon. Or serious as in, like, what was one of the ones I... Yeah, there's some people who, like, give you advice or give you items. So, yeah, I love being able to explore once I'm out of the tutorial. And when it comes to giving me emotions, I was happy to play this game. It made me laugh at many points. It made me frustrated at many points, and that's okay. Yeah, there were even points where, like, I got a little emotional. Like, honestly, this game did not have a single dull moment, in my opinion. However, I feel like the last thing I should talk about, it's the tutorial. Like, I get that kids play Pokemon, but you should really have an option on, like, Is this your first Pokemon game? You say yes, you can get the tutorial. Look, I'm trying to grab that. But yeah, I've been playing Pokemon games for most of my life. So I already know how to catch Pokemon. I already know a majority of my type matchups. I'm still not 100% with those because I like to bounce between the newer games and pre-Gen 6 games. So I have to remember, like, okay, without the fairy type, what's the type chart involving this Pokemon? Or this type? Oh yeah, oh, this button. So, like, when it comes to this, the tourist tips, that's a great feature. Like, if you don't want, like, to have your hand held for the entire beginning of the game, just say, hey, I don't want tutorials. If I need assistance, I can do the tourist tip stuff. In fact, they even have a type chart in the game. I don't remember any Pokemon game doing that. So, when it comes to the tutorial, make them optional. Like, we don't need to learn how to catch Pokemon constantly. But we know that we're supposed to weaken the Pokemon. And if we are able to catch a weaker Pokemon without battling, we can do that. Alright, so... I think that's everything I needed to cover. But as a whole, this game, I honestly think it's one of the best Pokemon games, in my humble opinion. Yeah, I did point out quite a few problems, but, like I said, every game has problems. So when it comes to, like, where I would rank this compared to other Pokemon games, I would absolutely say it's top 3. Like, that would be along with Legends Arceus and I would say either Scarlet and Violet or Pokemon Emerald, since I've replayed that so often. But I mean, I'm gonna have to play every Pokemon game before I actually decide, like, what's the greatest Pokemon game in my opinion, or, like, what's my least favorite one. But from a story perspective and the hour I've been yapping, I would give this game, like, a very respectable 8.9 out of 10. Heck, maybe even a 9. So, Pokemon Company, if you guys end up watching this, or Game Freak, anyone that works there, those are just some of the things that I feel like you could work on. It's not a perfect game, but it's still a fun game. And who knows, maybe I'll do my own review on the DLC. Alright, I'm going to do one more check. Yeah, I think that's just the lighting. But yeah, at some point when I get through the tutorial, I'm gonna have to check that Pidgey. But anyway, I'll do my final check on the roof. Walk back through the zone. Well, yeah, I'm already through the game. Like, on my main playthrough. So, I'm still not completely sure the sparkle distance for shinies. But anyway, no shinies in this run. Well, yeah, thank you all so much for sitting through another one of these long sessions where I just talk about things while playing. But yeah, I just felt like I needed to say what I thought about this game For those of you who are interested in getting the game, or if you're hesitant about the game and you want like an unbiased review of the game, I like to think that I help a little bit. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching the video. Please like, share, subscribe, comment any other video ideas you have for the future, and I'll catch you in the next one.